I've been doing Walmart Spark since 2021, okay? And by far, this is the stupidest thing that Spark has ever done.
We got ourselves a big over here.
Hello, and welcome back to another Cruisin with Corey. We're going to do this as a Cruisin with Corey quickie here, as I'm going to try to do this with limited interruption and less fluff and just get right to my point. Of course, if you're new here, I'm a gig driver. I've been doing this since 2021. I used to be an exclusive full-time Spark driver. Spark was my go-to app from about 2022 to the end of 2024 until I needed to pivot because my market changed. But I still do it. If you watch my recent videos, I don't do it that much, but I keep up to date with it. It's on every day, and I still do a few orders a week as they send them to me. Now, I'm a little late to the YouTube party on this topic. It just started about a week ago at the time of this recording. There was updates of it coming about 2 weeks ago. I'll put that on the screen here. And that is the mixture of customer grocery orders with Walmart.com package deliveries. And if you're a driver, you should be annoyed by this. Honestly, if you're an employee, you should be annoyed by this, and they are at my store. And if you're a customer, you should be furious at this. And I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me why.
Disclaimer, this video is not as short as I planned on it being. I got very in-depth with some thoughts to help out the customer perspective on this topic. So if you're a driver and you just want my opinions on the most recent Spark update, skip to this timestamp. I want to make this video friendly for customers as well, so let's just quickly go over, for customers, the 5 different types of Walmart deliveries. Number 1 is a curbside delivery. That's when you go onto the Walmart website or app and you pick a time block, let's say 12 to 2, and Walmart associates will shop your order. They'll push around those big blue tanks across the store and shop your order. And then the driver will get prompted to go to the pickup and pick up your order. They won't shop it. They literally just deliver it to you from A to B. That's a curbside order. A shop order, an express shopping order, is when you pay the little fee. In that case, your driver becomes your shopper. They do both. You can actually chat with your driver while they're shopping, which you can't do when an employee shops your order. So they are a more personalized experience. Drivers tend to prefer them because they pay more. That's the second type of delivery. The third option is a Walmart.com delivery order. Now, when you order something that is from the Walmart.com website, from the Walmart app that they sell in the store, rather than shipping it from a warehouse, they ship it directly from the store. Now, you might order one item, or you might order a non-perishable item, and what they'll do is they'll put it in a box, or they'll put it in a package, and they will queue a Spark driver to grab 15 or 20 of these, and they'll send them on a 50, 60-mile route, usually for $70 to $90, sometimes more, sometimes less, and that will be a route that you can't tip on. The fourth kind of delivery is a Spark return, where the customer can actually, if you live, I believe, within a 10-mile radius of the store, if you have an item you'd like to return and you have Walmart Plus, they will pay a driver to go to your house, pick up the item, and go back. As a customer, just so you know, drivers hate these. So they don't always get taken, but it's an option. And the fifth type is another store. There are other stores on Spark, such as Home Depot, such as Vance Auto, such as Michael's, where sometimes you'll actually get pickups from those merchants. But for the sake of this video, they are combining, as we said, the GMDs, the .com orders, and your curbside grocery orders. Little confusing because we have been hearing in many markets that curbside orders are going away, that the Walmart associates aren't going to shop customer delivery orders anymore. It's only going to be Spark delivery drivers shopping for delivery orders. But we're hearing this, so I'm really confused because I've actually got validation that the curbside orders are going away from a lot of you in the comments. But now we're seeing this. But again, why should you be so mad about this? Because if you do a curbside order, and let's say you tip $20, you tip $25, you tip $10, it doesn't matter. The fact you're tipping, you're making your order better, you're appreciating your driver. What Walmart is doing is they're taking your order that you paid for, that you tipped for with your perishable items, and they're going to throw in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers for their Walmart.com package deliveries to be bundled into that same trip. Now, why should you be so mad? Well, first off, I've seen a few of these, and let's just say the customer with the groceries is not always first. I have not seen one where the customer is like further than 4th in the list, meaning there's been situations I've seen where the first 3 deliveries are .coms and the groceries number 4. But that means that somebody that you're tipping and Walmart is piggybacking off of your tip to get their other deliveries out on your dollar. What do I mean by that? They're not paying the driver the same rate that they would to do one of the GMD routes. They're not paying the driver the same amount of money that they would pay to do one of those .com routes such as this that I like doing when they pay this amount. They're not doing that. They're looking at the route, they're looking at where you live, and they're looking at about a 90-minute bubble, because that's where they justify the perishable item clock, is at 90 minutes. So from the time your order comes out of temperature control to the time it delivers to you, that should be 90 minutes. And how many deliveries can they get in that route while you still get your order within about 90 minutes at maximum? So that free shipping that you Walmart Plus customers get when you do these little small 2, 3, 4 item orders that don't come in a scheduled delivery, they just come maybe 2 or 3 days later, that tipping customer is paying for that. Again, it's the same logic as when DoorDash lumps together a tipping customer with a non-tipping customer. The tipping customer is piggybacking the person who did not tip. Now, that's already been happening on Spark already for years, and it will continue to happen. But now they are doing this with deliveries that don't get tips. They are subsidizing their delivery costs off of your dollar, and at the expense of the quality of your groceries, because they will be sitting in a car for longer as somebody drives around and does 2, 3, 4 stops first. Let alone with the summertime coming up, because again, drivers don't have bags. Some drivers do use inflatable bags. Some drivers do use insulated bags. I do, but most of them don't. You can look around your local Walmart and see the quality of shoppers these days. You can see the delivery drivers, and the quality of them has gone down exponentially. I think all of us could agree on that. But again, your order is going to be sitting. You're making Walmart's expenses cheaper, and you're not getting the service for that. And you're also screwing over the driver, because the driver is not getting paid that much extra to make all these extra miles. Now, I've also seen these posts on Reddit from people who work at Walmart, and they're saying that they're very frustrated at it. In my store, they stock the GMDs in a different section of the store, so whenever these orders come in, they have to get the order for the groceries all set, and then they got to run to another part of the store to grab the GMD orders. So it's actually created a lot of chaos for them, and they've been having issues and struggling with it. And someone here said drivers have already figured out a loophole to this, where if they don't take the order and it sits, eventually the GMDs fall off. Now, are we still going to get these regular GMD routes? We don't know yet. Still waiting for this all to play through. But this is, in my opinion, the teetering point for Walmart Spark. It has been the best app for years. It has paid the most. It has been the most talked about app on social media for how much it pays and how much you can do and how much you can make. And this is the teetering point for me. Walmart did hire an executive from Instacart to come in and work on the Spark program. And I can just imagine how his day one went, because he probably said, "Oh my God, you guys are paying way too much. And why aren't you delivering far enough?" If Walmart it's literally going the route of Instacart, because they have someone from Instacart who's doing it, who's working in the high end. A lot of you guys have already said that you're now branching out. Is it still lucrative? Yes, it still pays the best of most apps in terms of base pay. So it's still worth to have it on. It's still worth to do it. And in many areas, it's still worth it to do it full time. But the range is bigger than it's ever been. They're lowering the base pay every single year, every single couple months, really. And they're trying to get the most out of it because at the end of the day, every app needs to be profitable. And Walmart has been willing to lose a lot of money in delivery to gain all this market share, to gain this dominance, to gain all of this hype on social media, getting people to flock to Spark. Do you not think that was their plan? To get people to flock to this app. Look how great Walmart Spark is. They know this. They see it. They're not dumb. They now have a network of millions of drivers and a network of people wanting to get in. So now they have the upper hand and they can start turning the faucet off and making drivers fight for the orders that they don't want to do but feel they need to do them. And I'm going to close out on this one thought, and I really want you guys to think of this because it really does make no sense when you think about it. I give no disrespect to anybody who works at Walmart. There's a lot of people out there that work at Walmart and love their job. They have good stores, good management, and I'm happy for those people. But as a general whole, as a general statement, Walmart is not one of the better companies to work for in the world, even in the retail space. They don't pay as much as a lot of other retailers. The turnover rate is huge. And overall, it is not a company, even in the retail space, that people will voluntarily say, I want to work there. So with that stigma being the case, why is it that Walmart Spark should be the best delivery app? One eventually needs to meet the other. Spark has always been up here. You've actually had employees quitting the store to work for Spark. Over time, these have to even out because at the end of the day, it's the same company. They have sucked us in. They have milked us dry. They have gotten us so hyped for this platform. They have overpaid us for years. They have given us such an easy delivery experience. And if you have been on that gravy train, you've lucked out. I certainly have. But guys, this is the beginning of the end. Does it say delete Spark? Am I saying delete Spark? And am I saying that this is like, it's the worst app in the world? I'm not saying that yet. But this bubble of Spark being the best app by far is popping. And in your area, it may have already popped. I will say in my area, the bubble has already popped. And if you've watched my videos, you certainly know that. So what are your thoughts on this? Are you as offended by this whole situation that I am? How has it been in your area? Have you done one of these before? I did do one the other day, but it only had one GMD mixed into it, and it was basically a $70 order. So I wasn't mad about that one, but I haven't done any of the egregious ones yet. But let me know if you've done one. What are your thoughts? Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're trying to push for 2,000 subscribers here. I promise I'm going to be getting more content out soon here on the channel. I made some investments to help me edit more efficiently. So I'm going to be trying to get 2 to 3 videos out a week minimum here going forth, as I really want to help grow. I really want to grow this channel, and I appreciate you guys all being here for the ride with me. If you're interested, consider hitting that join button if you want to help the channel out in that capacity. I'd appreciate that, but I also appreciate you guys just watching along and following me for the rides here. But this is Cruisin' with Corey. Corey out.